Once upon a time, was a young boy with a dream. This is what he did.
Videos may obtain offensive language, drug abuse, and/or violent acts. Viewer discretion advised.
You kids today are nothing but punks. Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This one makes you a man. When I was growing up, this was all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. And you think you're a man with that gun in your hand, don't you?
I'm a man without it.
Gun down.
It's the speaker Knockerz. Rico got no money, he done lost his job. He ain't got no choice but to jug and rob. He fucked a bitch named Tisha, got one on the way. Got kicked out the house, now he stay at her place. He told her, baby, let's go rob a fucking bank. She said okay, and then they filled the gas tank. Pulled up to the bank, he parked on the side. He got out the car, she said I'll stay inside. Put his mask on, load his fofo. Prayed to God and then he opened up the door. Point his gun and said, don't nobody move. Just give me all the money and we all cool. He told her, tell her, please don't try no funny shit. Cause if you try some shit, I'll shoot up this bitch. Nigga bankroll. Just a while ago I used to wear the...
There's many South Carolina legends. This is the short story of one. Speaker Knockerz, born Derek McAllister Jr., was born in New York City but spent time growing up in Columbia, South Carolina. You may know him by his most famous song Rico Story or other hits like Lonely that's still played today, especially in the Carolina scene. But let's go back to his childhood and see what birthed the great star. Speaker Knockerz' dad, Derek McAllister Sr., was also a musician. Maybe that's where he got it from. Like father, like son? Huh? But he got arrested when SK was young while the family was living in New York for 10 years, leaving his mom to move to SC for a better life. That's when he started falling in love with music and creating it with his PC. At age 13, he started using a beat-making program called Fruity Loops, expanding his skills with beats after seeing Soulja Boy doing it. I guess Soulja Boy did do everything first. Around 2010, McAllister Sr. would eventually come home, seeing his son determined to make it in music, and him being a former musician himself helped SK perfect his craft. That same year, SK would go on to sell his first instrumental to a Florida rapper for $50 and would use that to invest in some better headphones. A year later, he sold one of his beats to Meek Mill, and Gucci Mane bought a beat of his track Re-Up. At this point, he was buzzing in the music world and decided to start taking his artist career more seriously. In 2012, he would start rapping under the name Speaker Knockerz. Yeah, the legend we know today. In 2013, he would release 2 mixtapes called Married to the Money and Finesse Father. That same year, he would go on to drop the worldwide hits Lonely and Rico Story. Sadly, while having all this success and record labels reaching out a year later, in 2014, he would be found dead in his garage at his home in Columbia, South Carolina. Some had rumors of food play or overdose. Although Richland County coroners confirmed no signs of foul play or drugs. His death was ruled to a heart attack, resulting in the young legend leaving behind his legacy at 19 years old. 19-year-old SK produced for rappers including Gucci Mane, Young Scooter, French Montana, and Shy Glizzy. During his passing, he had 49 tracks available for purchase on iTunes. He left a legacy behind and inspired many artists and creators today. This is the short story of Derek McAllister Jr., famously known as Speaker Knockerz.